What's up, everyone out there? It's your boy Ceddy of Ceddy Knows Tech, and today is Sony Thursday. That means that Sony has officially dropped their new PlayStation 5, along with all the glory and next-gen goodness that comes with it. And of course, we got it right here on the channel for you. So Tuesday, we did the unboxing of the Xbox Series X, kind of looked at what's in it, what it had to offer from an unboxing standpoint. Today, we're gonna do the same thing with the PlayStation 5. We're gonna unbox this bad boy, take a look at it, kind of get our first impressions of it. I have not looked at any other unboxings because I want to kind of do this experience along with you. So let's go ahead and take a deeper look into the PlayStation 5 and see what this thing has to offer. But first, you know what time it is? Cue my intro. So the first thing we're going to look at is I got the new Sony PlayStation 5 DualSense wireless controller. This was one of the accessories that came out today along with the PlayStation 5. So just kind of looking at the box, you know, it has the picture of the new controller, and on the back of it, just some of the features that come along with the controller, such as haptic feedback, adaptive triggering, whatever that's supposed to mean. It's got a built-in microphone. That's kind of one of the cool things with this new controller. Supposedly it has a built-in microphone, so you don't have to kind of attach a secondary microphone to the controller to be able to kind of play, you know, multiplayer games and so forth. So that's kind of good. And it's supposed to be comfortable. It says signature comfort, whatever that's supposed to mean also. So let's go ahead and let's unbox this one since it's the smallest. And today was crazy trying to pick up the PlayStations. It was so many people out there trying to just pick up, not purchase, because the PlayStation was sold out a couple months ago and it sold out within like 10 minutes. So these were all people that was just literally trying to get there, just pick up their orders, and that was crazy. So to kind of look at the controller, that's just the box. So let's open up and see. They really make these boxes hard as heck to get into. So box. I like that. There you go. I'm just kind of first impressions. I really like this controller better than the Xbox controller. And I'm a big Xbox fan. I love my Xbox, but I'm not gonna lie. Just kind of holding it for the first time, it is a lot more comfortable to hold in your hand. You can see right here, they do have what appears to be the mic, is, you know, microphone right here. So that's kind of cool. They do have the, you know, the dual sticks here along with your control pad, your top buttons, the standard PlayStation buttons on the side. Seems like another, you know, another component right here. Don't look quite, I haven't kind of dug into it to see what all this kind of stuff would do, but I can tell you definitely from a comfort standpoint, this is a lot more comfortable to hold compared to the Xbox controller, the new Xbox controller. And I'm not gonna say it's even a new Xbox controller, because kind of examining the old Xbox controller compared to the new one, they're pretty much the same. This is different and it feels different, so I like that. So besides that, yeah, you can see here is like a USB-C port, and that's where you will kind of, you know, either plug it up at, or also it looks like you can kind of, I know there's a stand that you can purchase where you can kind of put your controllers on. It will charge the controllers while it charges up, and I guess it charges through these little pins here. So you got, it's more accessories that come along with the PlayStation for your controllers. Of course I wasn't able to get them all because a lot of them sold out way before I was able to get to them. So from a controller standpoint, I'm really liking what I'm seeing with the new PlayStation 5 controller. So now that we got kind of looked at the controller a little bit more, let's go ahead and unbox this bad boy here, which is the actual PlayStation 5 itself. So I'll just move this kind of out the way, and you can actually see the full PlayStation in its entirety. This box is big. This was a lot bigger than I expected. The PlayStation, the Xbox box was a lot smaller and a lot easier to deal with. This thing is gigantic, you know, way bigger than I thought. For all disclosure, I did purchase the $499 one, which is the more expensive PlayStation 5. Not that I wanted the all digital, which was $399, but it was sold out almost immediately. So I was stuck with purchasing the $499 one, which is fine. It's just the one that the only difference between the $399 one and the $499 one was literally with the $499 version of the PlayStation 5. It came with a disk drive for Blu-rays, and you know, people that want to continue to use the CD media. You know, when you go to the store, you go to Best Buy, GameStop, whatever, you buy your game, you actually get the CD of it. If you want to continue using that, then you know that's where you will use it. You would put your game in there. Like I said, with my Xbox, I have gone more digital, so I just kind of go out to the Sony store or the Xbox store or my Switch store, the different game shops, and I just kind of purchase the games and download them directly to the console themselves. So that part. But as you can see, it's in a nice package though. I do like it. It's just big. So on the front here, you see that it has the PlayStation logo, and it has like a picture of the controller on the front of it. On the side here, it kind of gives you a side profile of the console and the controller. On the back here, same concept. You just kind of see a different view of the PlayStation and the controller itself. It kind of gives you some, you know, some details about it, such as, you know, lightning speed, breathtaking immersion, and stunning games. A lot of that's just part of the next generation of these consoles, because they're using better GPUs to render their graphics and using faster storage to kind of access the media on the gaming console faster. You're just going to have those improvements naturally with next gen information. Besides that, and on the side here, just another PlayStation logo. So let's actually open this up. This doesn't come with the pull tabs like the Xbox had. This, you know, you actually got to use a knife to kind of get into this. So kind of do that. Let's kind of lower it some so I don't tear this up. I did not want to do that. Breaking the box already. Okay. Before I break this box anymore, let's put that to the side. Put this knife to the side so I don't stab myself. And open this up. This is like that puzzle with 50 million boxes. You open up one box and like literally 5 more boxes pop out. I'm like, Jesus. Okay. So in this first box, it comes with a top layer box, and this pops out first. So in this box here, what do you get? You get a quick start guide. I never read those. Who cares about that? A safety guide. I have no idea why they put safety guides in these things. When I'm chucking it at people, like, you know, what's safety about it? Oh, it does come with a stand. So with the new PlayStation, they kind of demoed this on the announcement. With the stand, you can actually use your PlayStation 2 ways, or mount it 2 ways. One way is you can kind of stand it up vertically, and the other way is you kind of lay it on this base flat and utilize the stand as a kind of way to kind of hold it in place. Either way, you can use this base to kind of do that with. So it comes with this, the stand. It does come with another HDMI cable, so that's good. So you have your HDMI cable there. Your power connector, your power cord, I should say. Kind of like the Xbox Series X, it doesn't use a big brick. A lot of these companies are getting away from using bricks to power their machines. They kind of put the power supply kind of in the device itself, and then just allow the user to kind of use a simple power cord to kind of plug in and, you know, gain the power without having these big bulky chargers or power supplies attached to them. So you get the power supply and you get the cable. And you get another controller. Well, not another controller. You get a controller in the box. So the PlayStation 5, just like the Xbox Series X or S, whichever we get, it does come with one controller. And of course, if you want additional controllers, you can buy those at additional cost and things like that. But we just talked about the controllers, so we don't really look at that. It's the exact same controller that I just unboxed from this one. So that's what's in the top box. So I can put this to the side real quick. And we can actually pull out the actual PlayStation itself. It's like Christmas all over again. Well, Christmas before Christmas, put it that way. And let me put some of this stuff away. Move that out the way. And we have it right here. I don't want to put it down too hard. Unwrapping it. Get rid of this right here. And can you see anything back here? Shoot, I want to do that. And there you have it, y'all. The new PlayStation 5. You know, March 12th. No, not March 12th. What is today's date? Today is November 12th. November 12th, 2020 is the launch of the next gen console for the PlayStation. And here it is, y'all, the PlayStation 5. So, kind of looking at it from a first impression, I like it. It's big. It's large. I'm not gonna lie. It's large. Now, from a design standpoint, I kind of like what the Xbox did with their design. I like that it's kind of, you know, it's like a little cube and it's kind of taller. It just seems that it's more manageable. This thing is huge. I don't know how well this camera kind of shows how big this thing is, but this is not a small deal. And it shouldn't be small. The amount of power that this thing is pushing out, I knew right off the bat it was going to be bulkier. It's going to be heavier. It has bigger GPUs. It has a lot more CPU. It's a lot more going on in this system that requires this size. Plus, you got to remember, when you have these powerful devices, a lot of air's got to be pumped in and then pulled back out to keep the system cool, and it's cooling management. So you can't expect this kind of power from something very small. You're gonna have to have something a little bigger so it can manage it all. So it's not unwarranted girth and, you know, big and hugeness to it, but it's definitely larger than, you know, some of the past consoles. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's actually on this device. So in the front here, I like that design. It's got like a little slope here, and it kind of goes into the profile of the actual PlayStation. I like the way it looks. I love the way it looks. I like the design as far as aesthetics, you know, looks and feel of it. I like it better on the PlayStation. The PlayStation nailed the design as far as looks is concerned. I think the Xbox nailed it as far as the way they implemented the form factor to kind of still give you that next gen power without all the girth and the bulk of the system itself. So the PlayStation and Xbox are doing very good things in their design. It's just which angle are you trying to go from. But if you look at it from the front, you got the power button, and I guess that's the eject button. So you want to eject your disc out. Your disc holder is kind of right here. It's kind of right here. This is where you'll put your disc at, and when you hit the eject button, of course, it comes back out. You got a USB-C. I think it's USB-C. Yeah, it's like a USB-C connector as well as a USB-A connector for different peripherals that you might want to plug into your device here. And so from the front, it's very minimal. It's just basically just like the power button, the eject button, and a couple USBs for what you want. Turning this around, on the back, you have the power. This is where you plug your power at. You have your HDMI. This is where you will put your HDMI cable and plug it to your TV. Here's your network socket. So if you want to plug this, you know, wire, you can run this wireless or you can run this wired connection. And this is where you will plug in your, you know, maybe RJ45 right here to kind of your network cable to plug into maybe your switch or your modem or router, you know, whatever kind of network setup you have. And along with 2 other USB ports for, again, peripherals and things like that. The one thing I'm not seeing on this that I wish I saw that the Xbox Series X has is a dedicated slot for another drive. On the Xbox Series X, they have an expansion slot that sole purpose is for that you can buy another Xbox drive, an NVMe drive, and just plug it directly into that drive. You don't have to take nothing apart or use slower storage like USB storage for external storage. It is the same speed, it's the same performance as the internal drive. Whereas I'm not seeing that on the PlayStation, at least not yet, and I might be wrong, but I'm not seeing that just from first glance. I'm just seeing a bunch of USBs, which tells me that's for, you know, USB storage and things of that nature. But besides that, just from a standpoint, I like that the Xbox did that. It was kind of forward thinking on, you know, 1 terabyte might not be enough for most people, and they can easily add fast storage. It's not about adding storage, it's about adding fast storage to your gaming console. But I'm not seeing that just dedicated port on this PlayStation that does that. On the side here, it's just kind of this gray slab with the PlayStation symbol. And on the other side, it's just kind of just a gray symbol. So most likely the way I will set this up will be, if I had to kind of, I'm probably gonna set mine up being flat, and on a stand, like this stand right here, I gotta figure out how this stand works. I know that you can plug it up something like this. This has the base, and then we can kind of set it like this. So this is how mine will be pretty much set up. It'd be elongated because my Xbox sits up like this. So I don't want 2 systems set up like that. I don't know. I might go this route. I don't know. But right now, my soul is telling me to kind of set up in this fashion. This way I can easily, I'm trying not to drop this thing. This way I can easily get to my disk drive here, and then the power buttons and all the USB-Cs and all that kind of stuff. So, but I'm liking what I'm seeing. I like what both the PlayStation did and the Xbox did with their systems. There's some pros and cons. That's always a thing in life. There's not going to be, you know, nothing's going to be perfect. There's going to be some pros, there's going to be some cons. And this is no different. But I am liking what I'm seeing from PlayStation. Like I said, I'm going all digital with this, even though I got the disc drive. I don't really care about Blu-ray and things like that. I kind of stream everything. So I'll be using this strictly for a, you know, digital, just download the media, install it directly to the device. That'll also give me better performance because it's all the game and all the media is directly on the drive, and I don't have to depend on the CD or the Blu-ray drive to kind of serve some of that content. So, like I said, I'm a big gamer when it comes to sports games. Most of that's going to be on my Xbox. So of course I got the Xbox Series X stood up. I got NBA 2K21. That's a banger. If you haven't checked it out, check that out. That is some next gen. That is awesome. You know, if you can get a chance to play that NBA 2K21 on a next gen system, do yourself a favor and put that in your life. You're gonna love that. So I got my NBA 2K21, Madden, of course Fortnite for my son and stuff. On that, I'm also looking at picking up Call of Duty. I haven't decided on what console I'm gonna pick up Call of Duty on. I'm definitely picking it up one way or another. Don't know I'm gonna do it on the Xbox, I'm gonna do it on the PlayStation, but it's getting got somehow, some way. So I'll be picking that up as well. But also on this, we're gonna probably do tonight. We're gonna go ahead and order and download Spider-Man, you know, with Miles Morales and all that kind of stuff. That's probably one of the biggest games that people were picking up today with the Xbox, the PlayStation, was the new Spider-Man game. Again, if you haven't seen the previews to that game, do yourself a favor and take a look at that. That is ridiculousness right there. So a lot of my RPGs and stuff like that, I'll be playing on my PlayStation. A lot of my sports games, a couple shooters. Cyberpunk, I do want to pick that up. I haven't decided which system I want that on. Call of Duty will be getting this once again. I haven't figured out which system I want it on, and things to that nature. I'm probably gonna start with just a couple games that'll last me through the holiday and so forth. I did pick up Madden, so I got Madden on the Xbox as well, and we'll kind of work with those and kind of see what the new year brings as far as what other games I'll pick up and so forth. So I'm gonna get this all stood up. You know, get it all stood up, get it updated, because of course there's going to be a day 1 update, and that might take forever. Even though the Xbox surprised me this year, they did have a day 1 update, but it wasn't bad. I was able to get my Xbox fully updated and running within 30 minutes, and that tells me they did a good job with when they built their machines, getting that initial install base on the Xbox. So I haven't did this with the PlayStation yet, so hopefully it's the same story where I'm not waiting hours to get this thing updated. The Xbox did an awesome job with that. I was able to get my Xbox up and running with all the information in it in under 30 minutes. So I will do that with this one. I'm gonna come around in a few days and give you my full review. I don't like doing reviews until I fully test out and stress test these devices. And we'll take a look at that then. Remember tomorrow, the new iPhone 12 Pro Pro Max. The iPhone 12 Pro Max comes out tomorrow. We'll have that on the channel as well. We did a review and kind of look at, not a review, more of a unboxing, kind of a look at the 12 Pro. And so we have the 12 Pro Max tomorrow. So we'll do some comparisons, looking at things like that. And then next Tuesday, it's gonna be another big day because Apple will be releasing their new not iMac, but their new MacBook Pro with their ARM silicon, their custom ARM processor, because Apple's moving away from Intel. So we'll talk about that and look at that computer more on next Tuesday. So that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel so that you will know when I push new content into the channel. So please subscribe, hit that like button, and hit the bell icon so you will know when I push new content. And as always, until the next time, stay geeky, stay techie. Ceddy out.